in your class, but it doesn't mean that you won't be the first position in your career. So it's different, right? So let's move on to see how you guy and girl go in future, right? But anyway, again, I want to say don't lose your integrity and justice and the fair and righteousness. They are very important to the goodness of the people. Okay, second one, Vikings goal setting theory.
阿 Sir，你嗰個畫面好似係落咗，即係
Is it good? Something wrong? 得唔得？ I can see my movie my PowerPoint well. Something wrong? Oh, I see. Next one, right? Oh yeah. Why is it?
好似我睇錯添。
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Something wrong, right? But anyway, can you see this major one? Can you see this one?
Oh, I can only see the table.
You can only see the table. Oh. Why?
對第12個張拉過嚟就係睇到
hygiene theory.
Oh, you can see this one?
Yeah.
Oh, the time net, right? Okay, I don't know why. Okay. So anyway, I don't know how to break up runs break, and then we assume there's some trouble again, right? So can you see this one? Vikings goal setting theory. Can you see?
No.
No.
No, we can't.
You can, right?
Yeah.
You can see the process of security, something like that. You can it's fall behind, right?
Queen stay at that table.
I don't know why. Okay. Let's try again. Okay. Screen 1, try again. See which one.
lock 咗啊。
Oh, okay now.
Okay now, right? Vikings goal setting theory, okay? Vikings 目標設定理論, right? It's quite easy to understand this proposition, right? Self-efficacy, that means your belief, right? And your ability, right? So people should have self-efficacy. 你對自己嘅能力係有信心嘅要 right? Self-efficacy, right? And then actually the final result is that goal setting theory is to establish the goal. Of course, you understand your efficacy, right? And then you set the goal for yourself, okay? Establish standard, and then you establish standard, and then work towards the standard. Finally, shoot the goal. That's okay, right? So this weekend, goal setting theory. So first of all, you understand yourself, and then the target you want to achieve, right? If you are not able to cope with at that moment, equip yourself first, and then afterward, go ahead, to work towards it, all right? If first time fail, second time, third time, until the time you finally, shoot the goal, achieve the goal. So this one goal setting theory, all right? The process of goal setting theory. So this one is easy to understand, right? And then the third one, reinforcement theory, translates 增強嘅理論 reinforcement 增強 okay. This theory actually two factors, right? One is the behavior, the second is the result. If you behave well, your result will be positive. If you behave worse, your result will be poor, right? So this theory related behavior is a function of its consequence, all right? So there are different types of reinforcement. The first one is the positive reinforcement, 正面嘅增強, right? Make the behavior not likely to recur. Recur is important. So as Fu mentioned before, Fu 講過 sustain, right? 持續, right? Positive reinforcement, 正面嘅增強，令到你嘅行為繼續會延續落去 recur, right? Primary reinforcement, okay? Primary reinforcement related to biological satisfier, innately rewarding, right? Now, anyway, it's very hard to co-example biological. That means your physical needs, right? Okay. Somehow it's difficult to say biological, right? 有啲人 okay 最中意食嘢嘅 right? biological satisfier， right？ 一碗飯唔夠，亦3碗飯夠 ，satisfy 咗呢個 fine， 同你繼續搏。Innately reward, right? Innately reward, that means the reward, right? Yeah, to your requirement, okay? 你本來就想呢種嘅 reward 嘅 innately reward, right? So if satisfied, then of course it's a positive reinforcement. Secondly, reinforcement reward because of past experience, right? Now this one is a bit indirect, right? So this time the reward for you, the reinforcement for you because you have done well, or because your relative, your friends, or your colleagues done well. So this time I give you something as the reward, right? So this one secondary reinforce, not the primary, but secondary, okay, reinforcement. So anyway, these are the positive reinforcement, no matter primary or secondary. So they are positive. How about the negative one? Avoidance learning, or the other name, or you can say negative reinforcement. Help individual learn behavior in a way to prevent unpleasant consequence. All right. So yeah, negative reinforcement, of course, it's not that good. Okay, but anyway, means to help you not to do the unpleasant things again, not to cause unpleasant results again, right? First one is to withhold your reward. Okay, because you did something wrong. Extinction. Okay, 抽走你獎項 okay, withhold, 停咗你獎項 right? The second one, bad, punishment, right? Change your behavior by means of punishment, all right? So impeachment is definitely negative reinforcement. 揾你坐監正唔正？唔正，但揾你坐監有錢收嘅喎，正唔正啊？都唔正，因為太低人工 all right? So punishment is no good, all right? Okay, so hopefully, okay, we don't want to exercise negative reinforcement unless something wrong, okay? So for fun job characteristic model, this one, a framework is a framework. You can say it's a quack, all right? Analyzing the desired jobs and then identify the primary job characteristic, totally 5 characteristics, right? Assigned to the desired jobs, right? So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, okay, characteristics assigned to the desired job. The first job requires something meaningful, can create meaningful, okay? So what character assign? Okay, assign variety of the skill, right? And do you think being a class rep is a variety job? I think so, right? Okay. But anyway, can create meaningful results, right? Yeah, thanks for the class reps, right? Task identity, right? And then task certificates, right? So anyway, if you assign this area, finally create meaningful jobs, right? If you assign well. Assign autonomy as the character is very important. Autonomy means you have the power, you have the decision, you have the self-decision, right? And this character can create personal responsibility, right? So somebody say the position allows you to have certain power. The job title of the job enable you to have certain power, and also enable you to have certain jobs autonomy, right? Any people can call me some job with job autonomy, 自主性. Any job title enable people with autonomy.
的士司
Sorry?
的士司機
司機，揸車司機，
的士啊，
的士 taxi driver.
係
Agree or disagree, gentlemen? Taxi driver. 你試下我去遊一村 ，OK， 你揸咗去九龍城，我鬧到你跳舞啦 ，right? Who paid the money? Okay, so certain extent agree but not disagree. The boss always have autonomy. The boss can do whatever he or she wants to do. The boss, the top manager, all right? Okay, so autonomy. Of course, people want to have that autonomy, all right? Okay. create personal responsibility, right? Okay, so anyway, okay, to a certain extent, yes, yeah, hopefully all the boss can perform well, but always consider the other, right? Autonomy somehow 好自我性，好自主性 right? Feedback, right? Characteristic, the job characteristic, the feedback, okay? Knowledge of the actual result of the work result. Now, anyway, this one is good. I think it's necessary, okay, to have feedback to allow you know whether you perform well or unwell. But anyway, in the working market 喺職場，多唔多人話俾你聽你做得好同埋唔好？
唔會咯。
Not very easy, not very easy. Particularly your peer, right? 喺課堂仲可以，你同我話喂你好鬼掂喎啊，成啲 club can comment you, but yeah in 職場 somehow difficult. 所以有時吹水 boil water， 吹完之後 nothing, right? Because they don't want to hurt you or damage your relationship, or they may have political tactics behind, right? You never know. So you need to review yourself. And if your boss can tell you whether you did good or bad, listen to him or her, right? And also, yeah, by all means, seek his or her opinion to change yourself so that you can perform better, right? If you have very good colleagues who can give you feedback, even though negative, listen, because it's not easy to listen to negative feedback from your colleagues or from your peer. You may be very unhappy, and some people they don't want to help you. They don't want to tell you the truth or simply ignore, right? So if anybody can tell you the feedback or can feedback on you, yeah, listen carefully and review of yourself, right, to your goodness, right? Okay. Any questions? If no, the fifth one, equity, 公平理論 equity theory, right? This equity theory actually, yeah,
不過人哋上堂佢嗰啲自己
compare,
帶
okay,
嗰
his or her job input outcomes ratio with that of relevant others that correct and inequity, right? Now this one is a little bit troublesome to people, right? Comparison somehow will, yeah, create pressure on people or tension on people. 人比人的確比死人 right? But somehow some people use that equity theory in life to compare, right? Right? 兩個都係一齊同學請咗，好似有A 好過 B 喎。點解 ？Why? Right? Okay, 唔關你先生事喎。Okay, hopefully not your lecturer's fault, right? But anyway, how come they have different performance, right? Okay, your boss somehow could compare A and B in front of you, right? So key factors affecting the theory. How do you know your and other input and outcomes is very important. How do you compare? They have the same job title but different work assignment. How can you compare, right? It's very subjective sometimes, right? And very subjective. And who is the others as the reference, right? The reference, right? 係咪同行嘅 your colleagues, same working with you, or the other job character, even though with same title. You know, project manager. People say project manager always work in the industry, consulting industry, right? No, project manager could work for a factory. 喺工廠裏面都有個項目經理 ，right？塑膠廠都有㗎 ，okay? It's many examples of project managers in different walks of life, right? So you can't just use the title to compare project managers' behavior, apple to apple. No, right? And the system and different people, because they have different experience, etc., right? And commitment, etc. So it's very hard to compare, right? So anyway, equity, right? By all means, you want to look for equity, fair and justice, but somehow it's very hard, apple to apple. No matter you are boss or you are subordinates, to compare yourself with the others, right? It's very difficult. So now the remarks, conclusions that if an employee has an inequity feeling that the employee might be stopped either her own or other inputs or outcome. Yes, that's true. If any of your colleagues in future feel unhappy to the company, or just let the people feel unhappy to the government, right? So they may be disturbed, okay, disturbed to the others, right? And behave in some ways to reduce others to change their inputs or outcomes. We will have influence on the other, right? And finally, could choose a different comparison persons, hopefully, yes, or finally may quit her job. May quit her job if inequity feeling, okay, built in the mindset of the employees, right? Then how about if the inequity feeling builds in the mindset of the boss? I can say always, right? Where is the position of our heart? HEART. Answer. Any people answer? The position of our heart. In which position? How come I lost the chat room? Any people? Yeah, type it, right? You can type it, right? Where is the position of our heart? HEART. Left side or right side? Or in the middle side? In the middle direction. Any? Anybody tell me? Feng Xiaolong, this time your chance. If not, but Wai Ling, where are you? Still there? Where's a fool? Position of your heart. Have you seen anything? How come I can't hear your voice, right? Left, right? Okay, good. You are full, right? Okay. So our heart is not in the middle of our body. That means we are biased all the way. We are biased all the way. Don't expect your boss, okay, always be fair, all right? They may have bias, right? Okay. So it's human, it's humanity, right? It's life, right? So anyway, somehow, yeah, be mature. Okay, defeats the equity theory, right? Input, output, right? I input so much, how come the output so little, right? Okay, I input so much, but how come my performance not that good, right? Anyway, okay, input theory, right? Okay, input, output, hopefully it could be balanced, right? If you want to input less and output more, you must be a Superman, right? Okay, the sixth one, expectance theory. Expectance, yeah, positive theory based on expectance. Expectation, right? So you need to expect something, okay, to achieve something. You want to expect something, so you must have expectation. You expect something, right? Okay, so individual effort, individual performance, organizational rewards, individual goals, right? This perhaps the process of the expectation theory. All right, you exercise your individual efforts and perform, and then achieve the company rewards. Then company award you if you contribute yourself. So expectance theory. But there are four assumptions, right? Four assumptions. The first one is behavior determined by combined efforts in individual and environment. It's true. Second assumption is that individual make decision with about members' behavior and efforts behavior, right? Somehow it depends on member behavior and effort behavior. That's true. And also individual, yeah, different individual have different needs, desire, and goals. This is very difficult to control. Yes. So these assumptions definitely correct, right? And fourth, individual makes decision on alternative behavior based on expectation. Somehow, yes, right? Even though it's the other side's business, but you expect them to perform. Okay, you expect them. You expect your the boss to issue your salary punctually. You expect your someone to work punctually, etc. Right, based on expectation. So these are four assumptions true. Okay, and apart from these four assumptions, right, there must be some tools to model, right? Expectance actually based on model, okay, and the models, okay, leading to three components. And the first component is instrumentality. Instrumentality 呢個手段 ，instrumentality 你有工具，但點運用啲工具，所以叫工具手段或者手段工具。A person's belief successful will lead to rewards and other potential outcome. Right? Okay, it's very difficult to understand actually. So first of all, instrumentality. Whereas variance, right? Yeah, in your expectance model, okay, there are three one. Yeah, the first one, yeah, how to make use of the method, right? The method or the tools, etc. to achieve. And then the second one, everything's got a variance， 有個價喺處，有個效益喺處，有價值喺處 ，right? But this one actually different people may have different variance, right? Okay, to you think, okay, 10,000, 100, right, may be my variance for my salary in future. But to the other, 1 million per month will be his or her variance, right? Expectation, okay, of course, people believe to work something and then achieve something. Expectance, right? Expectance. So this expectance model actually consists of three components, right? And finally, manager, with implication of the manager, right? Okay, if the manager expects something, in result, right, may have different expectations based on, right? So determine reward value by each subordinate, perform desired level of performance attainable, analyze, and then overcome the obstacles, etc. Right? So it's a bit difficult in implementation for this model, right? And also this one actually based on statistic, based on research, right? And you generate the data and then build up some model, and then whether this right or wrong, something like that. So this model is a little bit theoretical and complicated, right? In reality to use, right? But anyway, it's the expectance theory, one of the expectance theory, right? So maximize your expectance first of all, right? Okay, make people feel competent and capable of achieving the desired performance level, right? So that means empower your people, encourage your people, right, to achieve desired performance. Maximize expectancy. Maximize its mentality, okay? Make people confident in understand the reward outcome for performance accomplishment. Make the people believe, right? Make the people believe, right? So how can you make, of course, you must have your, okay, instrumentality, right? 你一定有你嘅手法, okay, I don't know, right? So once upon a time, there was a gentleman called Cao Cao. You know who's Cao Cao? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, Cao Cao, right? Have you heard about 望梅止渴? 前面有個樹林啊，有梅啊， right? 去到個樹林樹成梅之後唔使口渴啊 right? 望梅止渴 right? Okay? It's a very interesting story. This gentleman was very smart, okay? His soldiers felt very tired and don't want to move forward because under the sun, right, under the long journey, very fatigued, very tired. But anyway, this gentleman think about, whoa, think a dream, using a dream is an instrumentality. 前面有梅啊，行多幾步搞掂啦 ，right？ 結果去到之後嘥氣，但係已經行咗好多步啦 ，right？ Okay? So instrumentality, maximum valence, right? Maximum make the people understand the value of various possible rewards and work outcome. Maximum, okay, valence, right? Important, right? Okay, so these are the three components under expectance theory. All right, so interesting, very interesting. Could be theoretical, but somehow, okay, could be useful as well, right? Okay, finally, process theory integrate as contemporary free motivation, right? Nowadays, people found that every theory is useful, but they have their drawbacks in imperfections, right? So people think about why not integrate the 6 theories together, right? So that to maximize the best results, okay? And integrate them and using the expectance model as the basic platform. And then finally, generate that figures, right? So I don't know how to use it. Sorry about that. But this one typo, high achievement, no end, right? Okay, but anyway, cannot change it because abstract from reference books, right? So most of the charts I reference from reference book, but yeah, used for a very long time. So I don't know where to find the source and do it again. Sorry about that, right? It's not from my own, but anyway, typo, right? When typo, era. Okay, sixth theory, goal setting, job characteristics, model equity, reinforcement, expectance theory, etc. Now, hopefully, you understand, the theories, and hopefully you understand, in class, right? So definitely, I will give you revision at the end of my lecture. Basically in week number 10, right? About the theory, etc. Right? So don't miss week number 10 class. Okay. Anyway, modern people, more modern people.
我想講佢嗰陣時咧，一開頭咪有一頁咧，咪話 two forward 就唔講嘅。
Somehow may not be that applicable to nowadays situation because
我
you
自
know
己就想講，
situation change quite often and fast moving. So nowadays the management issue in the modern work could be, for example, related to our industry, we have diverse workforce. Then how can you use the motivation theory? So people think about, to suit our job characteristic, why don't you use flexible working schedules? In terms of compress your work week, in terms of flexible working hours, flexi time, in terms of straining the job in case, right, the situation is not that good, all right? Honestly speaking, once upon a time, job got very trouble, very scared. I still remember in SARS situation, 2003 situation, right? Okay, consumer industries was different from the other industry. Even though, say for instance, for retails, 零售業, for 航空業, got very worse immediately under the very severe worse situation. So they got the fire off quite often, 炒魷. But in our industry, because normally we work for several times, several years, for example, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years working duration for a project, right? Even though outside was very poor, but in our industry it's still good. So 2003 wasn't a problem for construction industry, but 2005, 2006, and 2007, I found many disaster situations. I met my advisor before. Okay, at that time he was laid off by the company, a big company. My advisor in the company was in a very senior position, but unfortunately he was already beyond 50-something years old. At that time, okay, situation wasn't that good. His salary was very high, and finally no job. The company determined to lay him off earlier. All right, after completion of work. So the gentleman, losing job, 50-something years old, still can work. Okay, but anyway, disaster, reality. Because his salary can employ several people, right, and can maintain the sale of the company. All right, so unfortunately, many big companies at that time, by 2006, 2007, lay off many senior superior people. So it makes my mind that I need to have job security in the long run. Okay, in the long run, right? So it's very important to have the lessons, right? But anyway,
所以點解佢做老
life
師
is
就係咁
always
解咯
with。challenges. So you need to think about of yourself and plan yourself better. And anyway, adjust your direction somehow, adjust your plan when necessary. All right. Okay. Job sharing, telecommuting, now online telecommuting, working off the office, but now I'm still in the office, right? You guys at home, right? Okay, cultural difference in motivation. Actually, US people different from Japan people, Mexico people different from China, and Asian people. That's true. So think about this cross-cultural consistency. So we need to be global. Nowadays, I think definitely you guys need to be globally, right? Why? You need to be global because I don't know Hong Kong whether still could maintain the original, okay, good times, or in future even better or not. I don't know. But anyway, to prepare yourself globally is always important so that you can enable yourself to suit for different environments, in particular when you are still young. All right. So think before, think ahead is important. Okay. So make friends with different culture people is good. All right. So that the time when I was in Australia, I always make friends with Australians and the Greek people and the Middle East people and the French people because many people there, many different people there. I make friends with them, and so I become quite a bit Western style. It's because of like this, right? Okay, I think it's good to me. I don't know where it's good to you, but hopefully it's good for everybody. Okay, the third one, pay for performance programs, important, right? Pay is the award for your performance. Definitely important, and definitely an important incentive for everybody to keep on performing well. Open book management. What does it mean, book? B-O-O-K, book. What does it mean? Any people can check me in writing? Book, B-O-O-K.
書咯，阿 Sir。
書錯咗 all right? B-O-K, 書 is correct. But in here, in motivation, in our lecture notes, book means accounts, 帳目、數簿啊，聽過銷數簿啦，係咪 ？Okay. So open book management means open your account to share your accounts with your employees. Do you think it's easy? 陳俊熙 do you think it's easy? 邝瑞星 missing, right? Henry, are you there? 趙偉恒 are you there? Okay.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did, right? Very good, right? Because yeah, I just want to see your checking, right? In typewriting or what, right? So hopefully you can write some notes to me, right? Okay. So anybody write some notes for me, right? Okay. So is it easy to open your books to your employees? I don't think so, right? Only unless you are very significant in your company, and without you, your company will be in trouble. Then the boss will share, right, the incomes, the finance with you, and then open book management with you, all right? Otherwise, no way. Otherwise, no way. So if your company open book to you, that means you are so important and behave well and work well also, all right? Okay, motivation new workforce, right? Motivating professionals, right? Particularly for those with education one. So you need to have a quick deal of intrinsic satisfaction. Intrinsic means internal satisfaction. You need to satisfy their internal needs. It's not easy to satisfy their internal needs because they're highly educated. They can perform superficially. They can hide their character away. So motivating professionals, somehow they have many internal needs, so not easy, right? So this challenge job, somehow they want to have challenge because they want to show their competence, right? Do you want to show your competence, right? Fu. Hello, hey, do you want to show your competence, right? Yeah, how about Si Chak Hin, right? Si Chak Hin, have you said anything before Si Chak Hin? I didn't see your typewriting, right? Okay.
哇！佢講乜嘢啊？
So type to me if you want, right? Okay. Okay. Autonomy. They want to have autonomy. They make decision. They want to have respect from the other, right? So motivating professionals difference, right? Motivating contingent worker, part-time workers. Of course, if you can, okay, give them more security job in the long run is a motivation because part-time workers part-time. Of course, if they want to have long-term job, this long-term job could be a very good motivation, all right, as a permanent worker, all right, and pay compatible with the permanent employees, right? And to motivate no skill minimum wages employees, of course, money is important. And by the way, if you allow them to say hello to important guests, important. So by the time when you have the chance to go side visit with your clients or boss, somehow, make chance to introduce, your clients or boss to some of your employees on site to enable them, wow, they are important in your eyes because prominent people being introduced, right? So it's no charge, it's free of charge. Why don't do that? But of course, must be natural. Otherwise, your client will feel unhappy. So you must be very smart, 隨機應變 all the time. Remember, guys. So, summary. We need to recognize individual difference, right? We have difference. We have different attitude, background, education, ability, needs, and match people to jobs. Use goal to motivate them. Ensure the goal are perceived as attainable. This one is very important. right? So go to the moon and get the moon cake. Do you think it's easy? Is it possible? No way. All right. To eat moon cake is always, but go to the moon to get the moon cake is impossible, right? Okay. So I perceive as attainable, right? Individual rewards. Okay, definitely you need to think about this individual reward. All right. When you are kindergarten, when you were kindergarten students, they give your teacher give you a label. You feel very happy. But when you are mature people, what will be your individual rewards to make you happy? You think about this apple to apple, right? Link reward to performance, definitely true. And check the system for equity is very important. Employee got unhappy or unpleasant feeling because they find the system inequitable, not fair. Not fair feelings always in mind. So you need to be very sensitive. Somehow to make things open is important. Of course, okay, you must have your system to control, right, before you do so, right? Don't ignore money. Salary is important. You can't ignore, no matter professional, contingent worker, or low-wage worker, all right? So this short video, please watch it by yourself if you want, right? And then now recommend readings, I think important, right? Management actually, many expertise in management. So many authors wrote lots of reference books for you to read, right? But by all means find some books which you feel interesting to read and you are able to read it clearly and you can manage the language and find the language easier for you to understand. By all means find one. Now I myself, I like this stone because I read several reference and find this one is easy to read and very clear. Okay, very simple language to understand, right? So I like to use this one. But anyway, different people may have different character and background, right? So find one to read so that you can understand the topic better, right? So this is the end of my lecture, okay? For at this moment, okay? So now, oh, sorry about that. Oh, not this one. So now I want to change, right? I want to change to the chat room now, okay? Okay. Now everybody now is your chance to perform, right? Okay. So I have a tutorial questions on motivation, right? Very simple motivation questions. And this was the past paper in business management, right? And the questions about, yeah, this.
哇，係我哋睇唔睇到佢啲
Douglas
嘢啊？
McGregor's theory X and theory Y assumptions are based upon different behavior of different individuals at work. The question is, I would like you to briefly explain the two assumptions and provide critical comments on them with reference to the construction industry. All right? Understand the question? Yes or no? Now this question was the past paper, right? Okay. Now this time I will send you the question. I will send you the question, right? And then, okay, yeah, but of course, yeah, hopefully you can answer, okay? Now I give you time to think about this question and stop for a while, okay, and find the reference from the books or whatever.
Sorry,
Sorry,
sir.
Can
Can you see again the question? We can't see the question in the screen.
Oh, you can see the question on the screen. All right, okay. Can you see?
Oh, yes.
Yes, right. How come I lose your check? Okay, it's difficult. sometimes, right? Different screen may have different story. Okay, it caused me the trouble. I try this again. Okay, you.
好勁喎，教阿 Sir。我冇教佢啊。Explain the two assumptions 喎。其實佢個 assumption 真係講緊呢個世界上只有兩個人，一係就 X 嘅人，一係就 Y 嘅人。
So anyway.
Why?
How can I see your chat? So you are free to what? You are free to type your answer, right?
一啲人就唔中意翻工。
So anyway, not starting. I try to find your answer.
我叫馬龍入嚟啊 ！discuss 下啊嘛。你有冇打俾佢？佢唔中意我哋啦。Critical
I want to
comment.
change the screen. Okay. Now I can see.
Why?
喂。
Yeah.
做咩又唔俾 Skype 嘅你
？I can see you.
唔係啊，而家部電腦唔係我㗎，所以個 Skype 唔喺度。
哦，即係咩意思啊？
即係
Right. Okay. Everybody can see
而
the
家部
question
電
and
腦冇
also
Skype 咯。
the chatting,
唔
right?
係我啊呢部嘢。
咁你又用電話同我
傾？
係啊，我用
right?
電話。
H. Okay.
我想問佢個問題
Very
係
good.
咩
Very
啫？
confusing, right? The expert, right?
即係
So when
Theory X 同埋 Theory Y 有
the virus,
assumption 㗎嘛。
disease pass away, right? Come to see me,
即係
right?
好似
And
分咗
teach
兩
me
部分
and
人
train
㗎
me
嘛，
how to
一
use
部
the
分人
IT.
係自律
Then we
啲
have
嘅，一部
bonus,
分人
right?
係唔自律啲㗎嘛。
That's so good.
跟住話 explain 我都唔知喎，點講？阿成咧？
阿成喺度㗎。
哦。
我講我 ready 先。
咁你答啦。
佢一定唔係問主題嘅，佢肯定問啲唔拉更嘢嘅，你信唔信啊？
哦。
你話我哋三個一組啊 Sir
係喎。
Where is 李志峰, right? Have you typed anything in the chat room? 李志峰。
Frankie 喎。
And 陳俊熙 always keep quiet. See check him, right?
你都
Okay, I'm ready. You are ready for,
我
right?
即刻打
So
ready
very good.
啊！
So my first questions. Okay.
單你咋？
What is Theory X assumption?
咩啊？佢講咩啊 ？X assumption。
Okay. Anybody can type. Yeah. Now I would like you to type your answer in the chat room. Type it. Okay. Simple wordings. Okay. 馮素龍 Okay. 李志峰 is there. Lazy people? I don't think so, right? So if you're ready, right?
翻落去得唔得㗎？
Okay, answer me. Theory X assumptions.
係咪 copy 翻落去
？cop 到咩？但係 cop 唔到喎。
Now remember, right? Okay. Theory X passive persons, right? This line works correct, okay? And then passive, right? No, up, right? 趙永強 passive people. This line work. 歐永傑 correct.
人哋 passive
抗藥性
啊，
lead forced by others, correct. Okay, don't like to work. Okay, not waiting. Good, right? Very good. So guys, right, it's so easy for you to gain bonus, right? Okay, I need to think about this. So easy questions, right? Okay, theory right. How about theory right? Assumptions.
active person 咯，咁樣講嘅話，
self direction
Active person, full, right? Okay,
咩
self direction. Okay, 你自放 right?
self-direction
Enjoy
咪
their
即係自律
work.
咯
Okay, theory right person, yes, enjoy self direction, motivated, right? Okay, enjoy
love
their work.
working 咯，
Henry, good. Convincing, self direction. Theory right, positive persons. Okay, Jerry,
positive person
okay, correct. Okay, motivated people. Check. Okay, that's good. Okay, have responsibility. Okay, have responsibility. See him, right? Yeah. Yeah, a responsible person may be better. If you answer right in the exam, you should say is a responsible person. Have responsibility. Even theory X people also has responsibility, but they don't perform well, right? Okay.
responsible people 喎，
Self direction definitely correct. Okay, all right. Okay. So anyway, very good. Okay.
咁遲㗎
So
你打，
唔係我打字不嬲慢
Comment.
嘅，
Now this one actually worth marks,
係
right?
我都係 copy
Now these questions, right? How many marks do you think these questions is deserved to assign? How many marks?
10 mark，
10 marks, right? Full. Why don't type it for me? Okay. This time I want to have the written record because I will check the record and then consider the bonus
你唔好
bit
理
by
啦
bit, right?
作
佢
㗎啫
打
嘛
落
Agree
去
with you,
嘛，
10 marks. Then how to allocate the 10 marks? In the exam questions, it may just say 10 marks, but how to allocate them? 20 marks, right? Conjuring 20 marks. Yes, this time I may prefer to offer 20% marks. Because 10 marks somehow is too stringent. 10 marks for, say for instance, theory X and theory Y. How many marks do you think I should assign for this theory X and theory Y? Maybe 3 marks per each, 6 marks already, all right? Or even 4 marks per each, 8 marks already, all right? So you can say, okay, Henry, 12 marks, right? If I assign 10 marks or 12 marks, you will be in trouble. That means, okay, for 100 marks, all right, for 50 marks from me, right? Then I need to think more questions to challenge you, okay? Perhaps could be. It depends on the situation. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But anyway, just, yeah. You need to guess, right? Theory X, theory Y, how many marks, right? They
provide
are very
critical
easy,
comments on
directly
with
from the
reference
book,
to the concept
from
in
memory.
industry.
It will give you marks. And for your pass marks, right? If these questions 10%, then theory X and theory Y, if you can answer well, I think 4% definitely passing mark for you out of 10, right? And then if you continue to answer better for the second part, right? That means the 6 more percent or 30 more percent you can gain, even though you are not able to gain everything. But at least you can gain 1 or 2%, that means 66% out of 10, that means 60%. Already very good grade, all right? So you need to think about this. So first of all, you need to understand the theory well, then to interpret the theory further. Okay, now the time for you to quick comment on them. Any comment? Two assumptions are 10 marks for two which I won't give 10 marks for two assumptions. Maximum 8 marks. If out of 20, 8 marks. Okay, because it's memory only. 8 marks out of 20. So to allow you to pass this question, all right? But okay, won't be 10 marks. Sorry about that. Okay. So anyway, the next one, briefly explain the two assumptions. I think this worth you more because it's your own comments, understanding and knowledge and applications. So definitely this part enable to gain higher marks, right? So any comments, please type your answer for me. Any?
punishment 啊，對
Now remember to make reference to the
Punishment.
construction industry, right? Two assumptions. Okay, if the labors are theory, supervisors is lead, right? If labors are theory, if the labors
no.
are theory, labor is the labor, labors are labors, right? If the labors are lazy, okay, it's good. Labors are theory, okay, it's not sensible. So if the labor are lazy, supervisors lead, right? Okay, this is correct. This is correct. This could be correct, right?
call 翻阿虎嗰句，打翻個 X。
我想問你哋點樣 cop 到？cop 唔到喎 ，check 嗰啲嘢唔得啊！我試過我 cop 唔到啊！
cop 到。
喂，醒
So do you,
喎，班
yeah,
長。
actually the comment on these two assumptions, I think you need to think about whether theory X assumptions
part-time
really
workers 喎，
occur in our industry, really applicable in our industry. That means people in our industry dislike work, lazy, right? And no direction to work, okay? I think you need to think about this, right? And theory-wise, so perfect, okay? Do you think in our industry, yeah, we have that kind of perfect people, or under which position we will have that kind of people, right? So I think if you think about this, right, it will be easier. Theory X suit for part-time worker. Theory X suit for part-time worker. If you are theory X, right, but you have part-time worker, right, maybe, yeah, you want to spend times you want to be lazy, right, maybe. But part-time worker depends, right? Some part-time workers, because they cannot afford to work full-time, right? Some part-time workers, because they are unable to find full-time job. So they may work very hard. They may.
daily work。
But you can say some part-time workers, because they're not good enough, so the company won't allow them to work full-time. So they become part-time worker. So theory X could be applicable to him or her. If you answer like that, it still makes sense, right? Okay, Li Qifeng, very good. Subcon may avoid responsibility as they do not have too much profit in the whole development. Could be right. Could be right.
我叫
Okay.
英文好咗喎。
So it could be right. For domestic subcontractors,
Whole-
right? Somehow the tender price could be lower down by the main contractor, right? They may lose their interest to work. But anyway, somehow if
打錯啫嘛。
they submit too low price, right? Then why did they do so, right?
Because
Why did
go
they
LE
get
咯。
the low price, right? It must be some special background. I won't disagree with your proposal. Yeah, I won't disagree. Yeah, okay. So anyway, Hey and Li Jifeng, very good in terms of thinking, right? And Fu, right, should be lazy. If labor lazy, better. 趙永恆 Felix
笑
they
咩
need
啊？你打
someone such as
啦！
manage
我諗
them
緊
in order to get
啊。
high level effort. You are right. You are right. Okay, that's true, right? So that means the company need to employ supervisor, and supervisor must be required in our industry. That's true for the junior worker. All right, agree. Okay. So any other comment? I would like to think about whether these two theories are really realistic in our industry. Anybody comment on this? For XMC and subcon cost, okay, cost 2-4 reside, 2 full residue work. I don't understand you, Hint, right? 2 TOFU residue project, but
豆腐
tofu, 樂腐 is it 樂腐?
我豆
豆腐 what?
豆腐
豆腐 all right, 豆腐 yeah, I understand. 豆腐 is bean,
乜
B-A-N,
嘢啊？
bean curd, right? C-U-R-B, bean curd, right? Something like that. Bean curd
豆腐渣
project,
工程，
bean curd project, right? bean curd, right? 豆腐工程, right? Okay. for Fury X, MC and subcon cost 豆腐 vested work, right? Do you think it's easy to have theory X, MC, or SC is hard to encounter, right? A theory MC, I think in the construction industry, you need to specify which region, right? In Hong Kong, I don't think
C
this
斜一
happen.
斜，
It's
唔係
very hard to
S
happen
佢
because
C 係
under
點打
the very strict regulation, building regulations, not
？S
easy.
per C
And
係
under
點打？
consultant
subcon
accountable to the public, right? Not easy. Even though yes, but will be
哇
sued for
連登仔嚟
damages
喎應該，
very severely. Not easy. But anyway, I can say
咁識打
no.
術
I
語，
can say totally, but not very
唔
realistic.
好理
Right?
啦。
Not always happen. It's difficult to find theory why people agree with you full. But how about 何樂希? 何樂希 is self-motivated. I think 何樂希 could be a theory why people appreciate, right? Fu is also a theory why people, right? Okay, so it's hard to
咩
find.
意思啊？
But
好明顯就
it
theory
doesn't
Y
mean
啦，我
that
係
no way.
我係 X
But
啦
if。you apply theory Y to our industry, only true to a certain extent. Your comment, I think, to say if you apply theory X also assumptions to our industry is only true to a certain extent. So if finally you can answer these comments, definitely you can 1%, 1 mark. Okay, because it's too unrealistic. Yeah, we cannot find totally X and totally Y assumption in our industry, only partly. Then you can mention theory X, this some external health theory Y with certain character, then you help you to gain marks, right? Second part is very difficult. Okay. Second part actually based on social science research. All right, social science, which is perhaps beyond our level, right? Social science, social study, right? So anyway, this actually, yeah, to a certain extent, humanity, right? Somehow we may not understand too deep, right? And somehow theory Y assumptions very difficult to put into practice. Okay, it's very individual. Somehow, okay, it's very hard to put into practice because even though you're self-motivated, self-direction, but how about the system is not good enough? The only way maybe you quit for the job. So some people don't want to work for the government. Some people want to work for the government. Some people don't want to join some professions. Some people they do want to join some profession. Depends on the system and also the general recognition. Even though you are theory right, somehow be a constraint for you. All right, it's difficult to find theory why people strongly agree for. Right? Okay, so anyway, so how come the lady? Any comment from the lady? 孟偉玲，黃曉晴 where are you?
搞到我想扮女人添。
Any?
我想問咧，你
So
錄影
type
有
for
冇錄
me,
影埋
right?
自己
If
個
you have
chat box
any comments,
chat
right?
box 㗎？
I still give you
咁
time
就
to type
OK 啦，
for
唔
me,
該你。
right?
因為咧，我真係
So
確唔到啊，佢入面啲嘢。
somehow, anyway, yeah, theory X and theory Y, they are assumptions only, right? So if under very tight conditions, like the inclement weather, like the coronavirus nowadays, right? But the deadline of the project completions is coming soon. So PM, as a PM for the project, you will be crazy. No matter X or Y, you need to force them to work wholeheartedly and work overtime, even though with the mask, right? So anyway, you understand actually in our industry, the very heavy damages will be the penalty in case you fail to complete the work, right? But of course, you can, on the other hand, write letters to claim for frustration in view of the severe situation, which, okay, and not enhance you to work further. But it is time to bargain and maybe a court case, right? So meanwhile, you need to means minimize your loss. Then you need to force no matter X or Y to work. Okay. So I think it will be a very critical comments on these two issues, particular under very severe situation and according to our construction industry practice. All right. So this will be my further comments on this, right? Theory X and Y. All right. Okay. So Henry Choi to everybody, accident and bad time can put employee into theory X, right? I don't understand why accident can put people into theory X. Accident cause people handicap, become theory X. And bad time, bad times nowadays coronavirus, bad time to us, right? To lectures in our division. But when we prepare these online lectures,
講緊咩？點解 bad
it double and triple our efforts and test and trial many times before we deliver the actual online. So this bad time enables me to be theory right instead of theory X, So Henry, your comment is good, but not applicable, at least to me, right? Okay. But anyway, thanks for your comments, right?
即係咩意思啊？
So,
其實我好明
ladies
嗰
and gentlemen, right? So, do you have any further questions on today's topic?
有冇人解釋俾我聽？
Motivation. And do you know how to prepare your workshop PowerPoint after this motivation theory lecture? Hopefully, yes.
都冇明。
And hopefully, you all can tell me very good story on motivation. And next week, I'm going to deliver the topic of leadership, right? I believe I've sent you the handout of leadership,
快 strength
right?
啊！我哋打。
And also after the lecture, okay, the Q&A sessions will be conducted. So every time you participate in the Q&A session, you will gain your personal marks, all right? So
我
don't
哋諗緊啫，
miss
呢
the
個
lecture,
window 啊，
right?
已經
Don't miss
好
the
難
lecture,
啦。
all right? So today you enjoy the Monday class. I don't expect you enjoy the Thursday class because I will double check the attendance, right? So anyway, hopefully the Thursday class people
喂，
can
講乜
enjoy
嘢
as well,
啊？
right? Okay, so can I end the lecture
打
now?
爆你個頭啊！
If okay, then congratulations. You say strong leadership, right? Okay, good, right? Thanks, Kong, right?
哇！
So if you are not okay, then I say goodbye to you all, right? Thank you very much to attend the lecture and look forward to seeing you on next Monday morning. All right? Goodbye. Goodbye.
點解上串錯咗？
唉，打錯咗唔得咩？真係啊！勁快咯，勁多人走。